Hi there, and welcome to another edition of Hot Jobs with us here at Higher Military. How are you? Super well, I hope. I hope it's been a great week for you, and you are very glad to be here because I'm very glad to see you today. If you are new to us and you haven't joined before, then let me just give you a very quick rundown of what we do here on Hot Jobs. We love to share our newest, greatest, best new direct hire opportunities, as well as SkillBridge internship or CSP internships that we have taken over the last week. We love to be able to support you in terms of the questions that you have, in terms of the advice that you're looking for, in terms of anything that you need. So please do share away. We want to know who is here, what you're doing. Hey, Dion, it's lovely to see you. What you're looking for, SkillBridge internship or direct hire role. And if you have any questions for us at all, please do share. Equally, as we go along the show today and we share our opportunities that we have, please do, if you are interested, list the actual name of the opportunity rather than interested in this one. And I ask that because we come back after the event to share URLs, to share links for you to be able to take a look at the opportunities. And if you put interested, we don't know which one you're interested in. So we would love to be able to give you that piece of information as easily as we possibly can. So we have some events to share with you today. First and foremost, if you are not aware, Mike Quinn, our CEO, alongside the USO Transitions team, delivers a Mastering LinkedIn webinar. And that webinar next will be at 7 p.m. Eastern Time on March the 21st. So definitely put that one in your calendar if you are really looking to optimize your LinkedIn profile. Second of all, alongside Milkroot, and if you're not familiar with Milkroot, definitely search them on LinkedIn or on the internet. Do that Google search. Milkroot is a network of recruiters in commercial recruitment, so corporate recruitment, as well as staffing agencies that specialize in the veteran community like ourselves. And we get together to share opportunities and share candidates. And Milkroot is hosting an amazing virtual hiring fair on March the 22nd. And that one is at 3 p.m. to 6 p.m. Eastern Time. So that's a Thursday, I believe. So if you would like the links to any of these, do raise your hand and we will share those with you. Hey, Mark, it's lovely to see you. Hey, Joe. Hey, Vasily. Great to have you guys here. Lots of Marks here today, Mark and Mike. Thank you for joining us. If we haven't met before, I am Lucy. I am one of the recruiters here at Higher Military. Active duty military spouse, and my husband is currently stationed in the wilds and the wilderness of Alaska. So if you are familiar with the interior, with Fairbanks, that is where we are, but not stationed in town like you lucky Army folks. We are Air Force, so at Iosn Air Force Base, about 40 minutes outside of town, where today it is still very chilly. Spring is not in the air. It might be sunny, but we're at a not so balmy -15. But that is me. And I'm going to hand over to Amber now to take a moment to introduce herself.
Hi, everyone. My name is Amber Pitkin. I am one of the SkillBridge recruiters. I have been here at Higher Military for about a year now. I started as an intern myself when I was transitioning out of the Air Force. My husband and I both were Air Force and retired last year, and decided to settle down here in El Paso, Texas, where it is spring. I am excited. I'm sorry, Lucy, I will send some your way in a box. And so I'm excited to be here and to share some information and share some new opportunities that we have with you today.
And that is our plan today. We want to share what we have taken this week, and we have got some awesome new opportunities to be able to tell you about. But before we do that, just a brief heads up. Here above us, you will see highermilitary.us. That is our website. If you are motivated and you don't hear anything today that we share that really resonates with you, your experience or what you're looking to do, post-active duty or in your next role, definitely look at our website. We have a careers page for permanent opportunities. We have a careers page for SkillBridge internship opportunities. But just be aware, we update those regularly, and I really do mean regularly. I've got 3 that I need to post today that I only took this morning that I haven't got up already. So bookmark those links, or if you want to, you can register your interest with us, join our database, and we do mine that. We do search that when we take new roles. So if you want to be searchable, which is a theme actually about today, that is what we're going to talk about next, do register in our database so that we can connect with you and tell you about those new roles when they come in. or we will add you to our our email distro list and send you updates on a bi-weekly basis. So on our website, also at the very top, there is a job seeker resources button. Have a look at that. There is an awful lot of information there that we as recruiters have written to share with you to really support and help your job search journey. And the one that I emphasize and I encourage you to look at time and time again is the piece that we wrote about how to target your resume. It really does reposition what a resume is for, what it does, the service it performs. And often when I talk to people, their first reaction is, wow, I didn't know that. So I know that that sounds pretty trite and like, yeah, right, whatever. But do take a look, because it really does help you become a competitive candidate out there when it comes to targeting and submitting your application. But before we start to talk about the roles today, Amber and I had a conversation that we have had over the last week or so that we really wanted to kind of discuss in front of you guys. So Amber, do you want to kick off? Where are we going with this?
So Lucy and I have chatted a lot over the last week, like she said, about recruiting strategies, right? We're always trying to find where are our candidates at, where are they looking at? And so we're trying to be, innovative in how we present the opportunities that are out there and find the right candidates. And one of the things that I noticed as I'm going through LinkedIn Recruiter is that I will come across somebody who seems like a great candidate. They say that they're a transitioning service member. They fit the industry, they have the experience, and I'll reach out to them and they'll say, oh, I'm so sorry, I retired last year, or I'm retired, or I'm separating next month, I'm not eligible anymore, or I got out 2 years ago. So one of the things we want to talk about is how to update your LinkedIn profile to make sure it is the most current, accurate, so that you can be found. And when you already have a role, how to update it so that we don't message you if you already have a role that you're happy with. So that's what we're going to talk about.
So really where I'm coming from on this one is we have some great roles. And so so first and foremost, if you are not familiar, LinkedIn is not just for job searchers, job seekers. There is a huge paid for platform behind the version that you see. And that is what we see as recruiters. And we use that for our headhunting strategy. Gone are the days back when, like I was in London, I would pick up the phone, do all of my research, find people in the role that I needed to talk to try and entice them and headhunt them. We have everything at the touch of a button now on LinkedIn. So what would take me 30 minutes 20 years ago now takes me literally 30 seconds once I've created my search. So I've been searching for candidates in specific areas and finding, like Amber said, so people who just look great, look awesome on metaphorical paper. So I've reached out, connected to them, and just like she said, yeah, no, I'm not a transitioning service member anymore. I'm not eligible for SkillBridge. So the first thing that we wanted to say to you today is your LinkedIn profile is a living document. We are not saying update it every week. We are not saying update it every month, but what I would love to encourage you to do is update it when things have changed for you, when you have new information to share, or if your old profile or the information you have there doesn't represent you anymore. Because the way that we search is very simple. Let me share with you. If we are looking for people who are eligible for SkillBridge, Amber and I either type into the search button transitioning or transitioning service member. If we are looking for people in DC, we will type in the search DC metro area. And then we always there's another button that is military applicants, because we are higher military. Everybody that we support is from the military background. And that is our commitment to our partners, our clients as well, that we bring to them people from the military population. So, between the pair of us over the weekend, on Friday, we sent out about 400, 500 messages, and we had so much response back, which is amazing. We love our community for that, because even if they're not interested, you guys will always come back and say, not for me, but this. But what we found was information was slightly stale and not necessarily current. And, it does us a disservice, because we're looking for people who actually are interested and want the type of role that we want. But equally, what it means for you is you are not searchable. And if you are open to work and you know specifically what you are looking for, you want to be searchable. So Amber, where would you take it from here? How can people make themselves searchable?
Well, so if you are open to work, that I know there's controversy. You'll see it written on LinkedIn different ways, whether open to work, not open to work banner, use the open to work banner. I will literally scroll looking for that green banner because that tells me that you're active on LinkedIn. It tells me that you recently updated your profile, that you made yourself open to work. And then the other key thing that when you do that is you actually can choose where are you open to working at, whether it's a state, a specific city, remote only, as well as the industries in which you're looking for a new opportunity in. And those are key, those are powerful, those really help us narrow down and find the right people, because otherwise we're filtering through thousands of people when we may only have 20 people out there that actually meet the criteria, meet the requirements, and are in that willing to live and work in that location. So
And you want to be found. You want to fill out those keywords, really bolster your LinkedIn profile and your work experience there, so that what we say is we have put ourselves in your shoes in terms of what we think you have put on your LinkedIn profile. Now put yourselves in our shoes. If you were a recruiter searching for program managers in DC, what search terms would I be looking for? And if that's the sort of role that you are looking for, make sure that information is either in the keyword search or in the keywords, in your profile at the bottom, or you can put those words throughout your profile, because our Boolean search is very strong and it picks up if that word is anywhere on your profile. So people then say, well, I don't know what words to put in. So my advice to that is you're looking at job descriptions of roles or position descriptions of roles that you are interested in. Take a look. Is there a theme of requirements or certifications or experience? Maybe look at the qualification criteria for roles. That really is your most important part, because that's what I am searching for, the qualifications. And start to litter and put throughout your LinkedIn profile those words, so that recruiters like us or others out there, because corporate recruiters are all over LinkedIn as well, can find you. And that really was the theme of the conversation today. I made a post about it on LinkedIn yesterday. I totally stole Amber's idea, because this was a conversation we've been having for about 3 or 4 days. But we wanted to share our thoughts with you, because this can only help you and maximize your success moving forward in the future, looking for roles, connecting with recruiters, and being found by the search engine that sits far behind what you see, but is incredibly powerful and is used by most organizations who recruit out there right now. Amber, is there anything I've missed before we move on?
I was reading through the comments just a little bit, and I did want to add that this isn't just, I know we said SkillBridge, and that was just one example, but that's not the only example. We absolutely search for direct hire through LinkedIn as well. So again, like Lucy said, those skills, update them, your education, everything should be updated and current. And, like she said, the targeting your resume is the key. Networking is the key. And there's great information out there, and we're happy to help.
And just before we move on, Mark did have a question. He asked, would you say recruiter only open to work or public? So my recommendation, Mark, is whatever is most comfortable for you. I'm telling you right now, if I was looking for another job and I didn't want my current company to know that I was looking for another job, I would do recruiter only, although my co-workers can see that. But if you are out there and you're out and proud, and you want everybody to know that you're looking for work, including prior co-workers or anybody that is in your network, I would recommend the full-on open profile. But really, that's a personal preference. It makes no difference our end. We see everybody that has checked any kind of open to work. What do you think, Amber?
I agree. We did have another question I wanted to highlight. Vasily, I hope I said that right. If I didn't, I apologize. Asked, is there such a thing as too much information on a profile? I don't think so. I personally would fill it till it couldn't take anymore. I mean, if you have that much experience and you want those keywords to be searchable, and especially for people who have moved from one industry to another, right? Say you moved to a new industry for 3 years and you tried it out and you didn't really like it, and you're trying to go back to your original industry, having that information on there is going to be important because a recruiter in that industry is going to be able to find you based off of those keywords within your description, what you did, and your background. So no, there's no such thing as too much information. So information is power.
And I agree on that one. So just as an aside to that, your resume, there is too much information that can be put on that. Your resume really should be a taster of who you are. 2 pages maximum, should really support the job description. It's not a war and peace. So there's not a document that tells us everything that you have done in the last 20 or 25 years in the military. You pick your last 10 years. You can make it very clear your experience as it relates to the job that you're applying to. But as recruiters, what we do is we look at your resume and think, oh, Amber Pitkin looks great. I like the look of her. She's given me everything. Then what I will do is I will click on her LinkedIn profile and take a look to fill in the gaps, to look at the bigger picture, the bigger story. And so as a consequence, I 100% agree with Amber. Have everything that you possibly can on your LinkedIn profile. That is your, the encyclopedia of you. And your resume is the version of you that they need to see as it relates to the role that you're applying to. I don't think we've had any more questions, so I think we're ready to move on. So as a consequence, we are now going to move on to our permanent positions, I think, first of all. So Amber, take it away. I think the first ones are yours.
Yes, the first one is mine. I am really excited to share this direct hire position. So we are looking for technical success engineers in the DC area, Washington, DC area, with either a top secret SCI, CI poly, or full scope poly. So our client is looking for someone to assist customers with adoption of product support, advisory services, and handling critical issues. And this is a software company. So some of the things that they will want you to do is basically be a point of contact for technical health and work with customers, supervise the overall health of the customer environment, open and close cases, urgent issues, outages. And the qualifications include, again, it must be an active TS, SCI, full scope, or CI poly, 5 years experience in technical support, professional services, system administration, engineering, or related experience, 5+ years experience building customer relationships and handling public sector accounts, experience with customer issues, account project management, IT operations, and technical infrastructure. And they would like if you have familiarity with Splunk related products. And there may be travel up to 30% required. And again, this is in the Washington, DC area, technical success engineer. They are looking to fill 2 different spots, one for TS/SCI full scope and one for CI poly.
Thanks, Amber. I did see that there were a couple of other questions that came out of that earlier conversation. So please don't think we've skipped past your questions. I'll pick those up, pick up on those afterwards. So the next roles that I have, first and foremost, we have just taken these this morning so that they are not on our careers page right now. So if you are interested in hearing more, definitely tell me the job title. And as soon as I get them up on our website, I will send you the link. So we have 3 different analyst roles at Buckley Space Force Base, just outside of Denver, so in Aurora, Colorado. An operations analyst, operations research analyst, and a systems test analyst. All of these require US citizenship, obviously, because it is working for a GovCon there, a top secret clearance already, and be eligible for an SCI. And really what they are looking for is experience and knowledge of working within even missile defense, either in the DoD or in Air Force or Space Force environments, operational test and evaluation test design, analysis and test reporting in operational environments. They do require bachelor's degrees at a minimum in this kind of area. But like I said, if this sounds like it's of interest to you and you have SATCOM experience and you would like to hear more, definitely connect here or drop me a DM and I can share those details as soon as we have them. We have had, for quite a while now, we work very closely with one of the big 4 consultancy firms. who are working with the US Army to ensure audit readiness for the Army. So think KPMG, EY, Deloitte, PwC, one of those is who we are working with. And actually, these roles are consultants with us. So you would be one of our co-workers working for Tenova, which is the parent brand of Hire Military. We are looking for manager and senior manager level positions, level candidates even, sorry. And you could be expected to lead and guide teams and clients in the internal audit procedure to accomplish overall objectives and strategies. So if you have had ideally Army audit experience, logistics management, financial reporting, financial management is, and it can be in any branch, but because it is the Army, you already speak that language. We want to hear from you. You definitely need a clearance for this, so at least an interim or a secret clearance, alongside a bachelor's in accounting, finance, IT, or business management, or you can have a master's that will supersede that. And the ideal certifications are CDFM, CGFM, CPA, PMP, CISA, and the biggest part there is the location. The majority of the roles are in the DC metro area, so McLean, Tyson's Corner, Arlington, Crystal City, and they are hybrid as well. So it's not all the time in the office, it's on-site, off-site. We also have just picked up a manager level role for these in Indianapolis, Indiana. So if you were slightly outside of the national capital region and are located more west, and this sounds like it's of interest to you, or in the DC metro area, definitely connect and we can share those with you. Joshua has asked, do you have a link to the job requisition? I will, I'm not sure which one, but Joshua, if you go to hiremilitary.us, all of our roles are there. But if you share which one specifically, we can give you the link after the event. The whole reason we don't give you the links during this event is because LinkedIn likes to delete them as soon as we hit the enter button. So we have to come back. And that's it from us in terms of the direct hire. We have many more opportunities on our website. This is just the wave tops of the new or the hottest roles that we have right now. So I'm going to hand back over to Amber, who, before she starts on the SkillBridge internship opportunity, Amber, maybe you could just share who SkillBridge is open to.
Absolutely. I was watching some comments come in, so I will try to answer those as well. So SkillBridge is for, it is a DoD approved program. It's also called Army Skills Program if you're in the Army. And it provides an internship opportunity for transitioning service members within their last 6 months or 180 days of service. So it is only for transitioning service members. I know we see questions, can you do it after? Can spouses do it? SkillBridge, unfortunately, only applies to those that are transitioning. And essentially, it's a time where hopefully service members, if approved, and I did see some comments about, command teams not approving SkillBridge, completely understand that. Where personnel can do an internship with a host company in hopes to gain full-time employment afterwards. So we partner with different companies. You can also reach out to other companies who maybe aren't SkillBridge approved, and we can also work with them. But the biggest thing for us is to talk to your command team first, right? Make sure that they're open for you to do it, complete a SkillBridge, find out what your time frame is, whether it's 180 days or 90 days. And then, chat with us, let us know what role you're interested in that's on our website. And we'll be sure to get you set up with a screening. And we do strive for a high probability of a full-time offer upon successful completion, which is really dependent upon the performance during the internship. So again, SkillBridge is for those service members in their last 180 days. So real quickly, I have 2 roles to share. The first role is aircraft mechanics. We are searching for aircraft mechanics, either non-licensed or licensed, A&P licensed. So our non-licensed locations are Mobile, Alabama, Pensacola, Florida, Everett, Washington, and Kansas City, Missouri. Though they are looking for anyone who has 3 years of commercial or military aircraft mechanic experience in those locations. Fantastic company. They've been wonderful to work with, and we actually have our first intern starting next week. So we're really excited. So hopefully we'll have him on to answer some more questions in the next couple weeks or so. And then we're also looking for A&P mechanics. So this does require an A&P license. in Oklahoma City or San Antonio, Texas. So again, aircraft mechanics, just type it in the chat and we'll reach out to you afterwards if you're interested in hearing more about those. The next one I have is a sales development associate role. This is a remote role with our partners at Sprout Social. Sprout Social is a social media management platform. And so they are looking for anyone who wants to learn about the sales, tech, business to business tech sales industry. They have 3 cohorts this year. One starts in April, one in July, and one in October, and they are 120 days long. So if those fit your timeline, definitely drop a note in the chat, sales development, Sprout, and we will share the link with you. And those are the 2 SkillBridge roles I have.
Thank you, Amber. I've got a couple of opportunities that I would love to share on the SkillBridge side as well. But before I do, I just want to give a huge shout out to Dion Myers. He is one of our biggest and strongest champions and is giving great information and advice in the chats, along with Krista Hilkane, who works for us here at Higher Military. Amber and I are managing this so far, but it's really hard to respond immediately to people. So I'm really grateful for our 2 champions there in the comments. So thanks, guys. So I've got 3 other opportunities. And if you heard from me this weekend, as somebody has said, I'm just looking who it was above, who then said he connected and is now following with us. Amazing. That is exactly what I'm looking for. If we can't help you with one role, maybe we can help you with another role in the future. But we have operations manager roles working in the Philadelphia metro area or the Dover, Delaware area. And these roles are for a parent brand called Veteran Service Brands. The actual brand that you will be working with and working for is GeForce, which is parking lot striping. So let me just share the 2 opportunities. The Philadelphia Metro one is an awesome opportunity in the sense that the owner there is looking for a solid partner to build his business, to work with him to create a greater and a better business. Now, obviously, it is a trades-based role, so he is looking for somebody who is willing to roll their sleeves up, do the job, but also be part of something that is going to deliver exceptionally over this next year. He's won a huge contract and he needs some help there. So that one is very much an entrepreneurial role. Be part of the business, deliver the business, and be part of the growth. The second one is in Dover, Delaware, which in the longer term has the same trajectory, but in the shorter term, they are looking for somebody as an ops manager to really learn the skills of the trade and then to begin to develop the role. Both of them require an element of travel in and around the territory and the zone. And I went to their national conference in Florida this year, and I can't tell you how much how I came away so impressed and so enchanted with the organization as a whole. I do sound like I have drunk the Kool-Aid, but I genuinely couldn't have been impressed with the level of professionalism, the experience, and just the success that was in the room. So if that is something that you are looking for in terms of building out your future in an entrepreneurial type role in a small business surrounded solely by veterans, so it is a home away from home, definitely connect so I can tell you more about that one. In support of that, and working for one of their competitors, we have a construction program or project manager role, and this is in Baltimore, Maryland. So this is for a company called TrueBuilt. TrueBuilt is looking to emulate the success of Veteran Service Brands, and they came through to us through Veteran Service Brands, so friendly competitors. And they are looking for a commercial construction project manager. Now, all of these roles that we talk about here at Higher Military on the SkillBridge side have the intent to hire post-active duty. These are not a 3-month internship and then you're thrown to the wolves. If you do your best, if everybody gets on, if everybody is happy, there is headcount at the end of these. A slightly different role in the sense that this one is looking for a bachelor's degree, that's preferred, and an element of project management, specifically in the construction space from a military environment. But if this sounds like it's of interest to you, and this one is in the Baltimore Beltway region, so again, a territory. I'm going to put my hands up now and say I live on an Air Force installation. The jets are overhead. I'm so sorry. But definitely do connect with me because I can share the link to that one. And then over and above that, let's talk about Veteran Service Brands. If you are looking for an entrepreneurial opportunity post-active duty, or even if you have been out for a while now and you're really looking for your next step, but you want to do it for yourself, you really could look no further than veteran service brands. They have 4 trades brands. So parking lot striping, epoxy floor management, painting and athletic field striping. But they give you the opportunity to build your own business, but with all the support that you would need, including account management, business development, marketing, the wrap for your truck, the equipment. They give you everything. And like I said, in terms of the support mechanism, it's a home away from home because every owner operator there is a veteran. So you are surrounded by like-minded people. So if that sounds like it could be of interest, put your hand up, tell me, and I will share that link with you and get you connected. We work with another organization called Acuity International, a huge GovCom, very much in the security and healthcare space downrange. If you're looking to make some money and you don't mind going downrange again for a year or 2 at a time, then you could look no further than these opportunities. They have various ones in security, intel analysis, and medical technology, either in Somalia or Iraq. So if that as a wave top sounds like it could be of interest, you can look at our website or connect with me and I can share that detail with you. If you're in the Panhandle of Florida area and you're looking for roles to keep you going at the moment, we have hospitality and operations management roles on our website with a company called Floribama. They are an awesome, super cool beach club that are looking for support and workers in Orange Beach, Alabama, and Perdido Key, Florida. So if that sounds like it could be of interest to you, especially as the summer is coming around, connect and I can share those links. And finally, you may have heard us talk about it before, but Skillstorm, awesome IT training program through Cool. So this is before the Skill Bridge. If you're looking for certifications to get you into the cloud or the cyber or the IT space post-active duty, and you're looking to just add those certifications to be found on LinkedIn, definitely take a look at our website. Skillstorm has 16-week programs that are fully funded by Cool. And you can find them in cloud, cyber, Java, and they've also got a program management one as well. So definitely would highly recommend that. We've had so many questions. We are over, but what we will do is we will come back to you on the comments after to give you the information. I'm really glad that we were able to share this today. And people have asked, have you got any positions here, there, and everywhere? We do update all the time. Just because we haven't mentioned them right now doesn't mean that we don't have them. We're just very much sharing the wave tops of today. But the one thing I did want to acknowledge was somebody, and I can't see who it is, so I'm so sorry I can't name check. You said, find some roles, find a footprint in the, was it Leavenworth, Fort Riley, McConnell Air Force Base area? My response to that is we have, and we've tried, and we've shared them, and we've never had any bites. So whoever that is, because I can't see right now, do connect, because I would love to support you guys and get the word out. We've even got some roles right now. So thank you for that information. Thank you to everybody that has joined today, share their information with us today. Amber, it's been wonderful hanging out with you here. And hopefully we will see you again next Tuesday at 2 p.m. Eastern Time. Thank you so much. Bye-bye.